Alrighty. Let me just make.
Which one?
Okay, let's see. Yeah, that sounds alright, I suppose. Right, so Ace Combat 7. Well, I said this last time, but basically my main inspiration for doing this is having watched the new Top Gun recently, and you know, thinking that was pretty dope, especially like all the cool action scenes, and then I figured, I kind of wanna like try out the flight game, and figuring since I like played Ace Combat 5 before, might as well go ahead and play the next one that's out on the PS4, which is Ace Combat 7, the newest one. So yeah, let's just get right to it. Just making sure. Yeah. Okay, looks good. And let's restart the story. Yeah. And let's play it on a hard mode. I am not really going... I mean, I've already played through on normal, but considering that I've got some experience, I kind of want to go a little harder, but Ace probably is going to kick my ass, which, probably won't make for a very entertaining stream. So let's go with hard. Some challenge, but not too much.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone.
Aww.
Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
Once we're done with this cutscene, I think I kind of want to look at myself. Not like it right now.
So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have been my best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Well.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
I suppose shooting something down is one way to force it to land.
Attack.
In a
Numerous
manner of
unidentified
speaking.
aircraft confirmed overhead.
How is that possible? The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base! This is not a drill!
Okay. Yeah, so the briefing view is back, but like usual, there's like... it's not really... I mean, it looks cool, but it's not all that helpful, I'd say. You know, since like a lot of the missions have like some twists thrown in halfway through. So, you know, you can... I guess we'll be shooting down some Tu-95, some old Russian bombers, or I suppose Yuktobanian bombers in this game. But let's see. And yes, so I've already played this game before, which means that like a bunch of airplanes are already unlocked. You know, Are they? Yeah, they are. Okay, good. Just making sure. You know, just so I can like provide a bit more variety during these missions. As you can see, there's like a bunch of stuff you can unlock, but most of that's really only mostly useful for multiplayer. Yeah, so I'm not really going to bother with that. For now, let's go ahead and let's start fairly simple. Let's not look at all the spoiler aircraft, and instead let's start with an F-16, which is like the, I guess, the canonical airplane for this mission. Let's see, do I want to like... So what do I want to bring? Don't really need any guided penetration bombs. I like to do my penetration unguided. I guess the 4 AM is probably a good fit. Also, let's see, parts. Yeah, seems like a good fit. Just going to look at the skin real quick. I think we're like in the story of the game we're still in Mage Squadron, so let's go with that skin too. Yep, looks pretty neat. Ah, stupid. Wrong button. Yeah, mage. Alright, and let's sort you.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Okay.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
And I tried to play as much of this in cockpit view just to make sure that, like, any of my viewers suffering from motion sickness will have the worst time ever.
Do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
Is that the carrier down there?
Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers.
Okay.
They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Welcome. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
And I got a Maverick, I play by my own rules.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2.
Also, I hope the stream quality is alright.
Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Let's do that.
There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
I mean, you gotta, like, they took some care with this cockpit view. I mean, there's like VR missions for this game, not like Metal Gear Solid, but like... Oh, wait, actually I just remembered I wanted to... Huh, flight option? Yeah, there we go. Okay, is there like actually any other, and there are actually no volume levels?
Another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Yeah. So basically there's like a couple of extra missions that are designed to be used with PlayStation VR, which unfortunately I don't have, but like honestly that's like one of, I don't know, this game is like one of the major games that I want to play in VR.
Mage 2, targets in range, parabombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
Let's
Trigger,
see.
don't forget your special weapon.
Okay, yeah. This is a good angle to use all of these missiles. Don't think it's going to be... Oh yeah,
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
I agree.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
Look, buddy, I haven't seen you shooting down any planes right now.
Two bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Okay. Wait, what's that? Oh. Right, so I guess these are like special enemies that appear when you do some specific things during a mission, and you like get some, unlock some stuff by killing them. I'm not really going to go for all of those things, like the things that the conditions for making them appear sometimes a lot pretty, you know, you kind of have to go out of your way. But you know, when I like spot one like that one, you know, I'm not gonna say no.
Target is down.
Almost too easy.
Attaboy, Trigger.
I'm sure I'm not going to regret that during the next few later missions, saying that. Just listen to the music. I don't know. I feel like Ace Combat's like, as far as like sort of generic, but still very awesome blockbuster score in video games go, you really can't beat Ace Combat.
Enemy bomber hit, but still airborne. Finish it
Okay, let's
off.
slow down a little and finish him off with gas.
Don't let them destroy the harbor.
There we
The harbor
go.
are fighters. The harbor is under heavy fire.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
You're welcome.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Okay,
Roger that.
got one hit on him, but that's not enough. Take him down. Generally, like, it takes 2 missiles to take most fighters down. Which, you know, realistically is like a bit impressive when you were like talking about actual air combat, but considering that I'm carrying 60 of those things, or 65 even, I think, like was carrying at the start of this mission, you know, that's pretty fair, I suppose. get around them from behind, and then switch to these things, and hopefully. Okay, that's a bunch of them now.
The enemy has a lock-on.
I've got one right behind me.
Okay.
Locked on target.
Fox 3.
Okay. Actually, that one worked, and I think that was all of them.
Job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in
Easy,
clear.
easy.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one
there's the
piece, you
aircraft
hear?
carrier they mentioned.
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Caution. Pull up.
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Ah, this is still a very pretty game.
I am Princess Rosa Gusset Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Ah, neat. They've like even got their little, I guess for the officers, they've got a bit of a little yacht club
Call
there.
sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
So, yeah.
Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted.
I guess you can like watch the replay just to make sure that the gear coming up is actually animated.
Bullshit.
But yeah,
Let's do
I'm not
this.
going to do
Gold
that.
Squadron, it's go time.
Now, gentlemen, it's war.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed
And yeah, like
the
in
aircraft
Ace
carrier
Combat 5
Albatross
and
was sunk. We know the
pretty
attacking
much
bogies
all
were
of
from
them.
Erusia.
Not sure about
International Union peacekeeping force bases all
Ace
over the
Combat
Union
1.
continent were attacked in the
That
same
had
way.
like
The damage is
this
severe.
little debriefing view.
Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That
But
means
yeah, you can
successfully
sort of
retaliating
see,
was
like,
very important.
everything you did during the
You may
mission
have
in
turned
this
the tides of
little
battle here.
pretty nifty
You have our thanks.
overview. And like with the full replay, you can speed it up and slow it down. Yeah. A rank. I'm not entirely sure if there's like an S rank in there, but for some we got ourselves a new nickname too. Neat.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Ocean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yuuzhan peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Ocean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
Oh.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yuuzhan was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning.
I don't know.
That's
During
the war
Ace
my
Combat
dad fought
4,
and died in.
it sort of felt
The
like they
biggest
had
nations
hopes of
from two
winning
continents
until
went
we
head
kicked
to
their
head.
ass.
And the so-called righteous Oceans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yuuzhans, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yuuzhan, paid for by the Oceans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans.
Awesome.
But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day.
Figures that Grinder
With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military. And not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuuzhan continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Well, none of that concerns us. We are like law-abiding, upstanding citizens. Why the hell should we care what some dirty criminal has to
on
say?
the Fusion continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force, that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Usea. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Okay, so it looks like we've got a bit of a mixture. Even though the briefing tells us there aren't any air targets around, I wanted to go to the overview here. Okay, yeah, so even though the briefing tells us there aren't any air targets specifically listed, we probably should expect some, which means that we probably want to take something versatile. Don't really have enough money to. Don't really have enough pilot bucks to unlock anything. At least not right now. But I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, since we played the F-16 before, I guess we might go with the F-2 instead, which is, in real life, as far as I'm aware, is just the Japanese version of the F-16 with some modifications to make it more some modifications to make it more viable as a naval fighter. But, let's see. Yeah, let's pick. Yeah, let's go with the rocket pods and sure. I think the pods I selected are fine.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
I mean, these are the first few missions in the game, so I don't really have to care too much about which plane I take. The difficulty spike comes later on.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Okay, that's number one taken out.
Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Okay, good.
Mage 2, Fox 2. Mage 2, target
Yeah.
Vehicle's been destroyed! Go for the radar car!
Target
Let me
destroyed.
just
5
shoot
to
down
go.
that Apache.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
They
There
got their
we
anti-air
go.
guns aimed right at us.
Sterling, we're being attacked by enemy aircraft! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Caution. Pull up.
Requesting permission to move the vehicle. We can't wait any longer.
That one
We
didn't
need
hit.
interceptors now.
He's barely
Bad
resisting.
angle
This is
there.
easy money, so grab it while you can.
Golem 2,
thanks.
Fox 2.
A better approach right
Target
there
has
here.
been destroyed. Way to go.
And let's see, how do these rockets work?
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
Okay.
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Column 2, you can't
Now
go
that's
after
what I
every
call
target.
foreshadowing.
Missile.
Locked.
Missile.
And
Two targets
missile coming
remain.
in.
Radar was just
Uh,
about to come online.
Luckily, they had sort of a bad approach angle there. Yeah, didn't get that one. Alright.
Enemies
And the
travel a
mix
long
on.
way, so they're trying to end this quickly.
Mage 2, missile away.
Bad angle.
This is School 6. I'm hurt, but still fine.
Well, we'll see about that, Skull 6.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Where'd he go? There he
Fire
goes.
anti-air gun. Fire on your 6.
But yeah, I don't know, unlike
The clouds
Ace
don't
Combat
just
5, I
affect
feel
your
like
They also mess with your HUD and
playing
radar.
only
Deceivers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
like cockpit view only is actually viable in this.
School 3, get the bailout now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Prove the enemy aircraft away from the base. Missile fire.
I
Evading.
think I'm actually a bit getting too far ahead of myself here. Still need to take out those radar vehicles, which honestly at this point probably is a mute point, considering everyone's already
Trigger, there's one more to go.
everyone's already alerted.
APC's have nowhere to hide. Heads up. Bandit behind you.
Anti-air guns down.
Dodged.
Missile, evade!
Missile. Missile.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Thank you.
Radar is destroyed. The interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Locked.
Okay. Okay, sorry. I can't really stick around to play since I got some transport planes to take out here. Ah, shit. Alright. Alright. Okay, I'm not really going for like a no damage run, so that's
5
not
targets remaining.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's 4. All
Yeah, I
transports
didn't
have been
expect that
destroyed.
to blow up like that.
4 targets remaining.
Ah. Let's see.
Enemies locked on. Right now, missile.
Yeah, don't really need to
Target has been destroyed.
worry too much when like the missile is coming at you from that angle.
Fox 2. Alright, this base is worth destroying. 3 targets remaining.
One, I think you can get air-to-air kills with this rocket, but obviously, shit, should have evaded there. But obviously, you know, pretty tough. And like there's like a fairly high degree of
All
luck.
aircraft. Residential
involved.
area is below you.
So one thing that's pretty neat about the music in this, so whenever you get, like, there was well, in the trailers there was like a big feature that, you know, heading into clouds would actually play a fairly big role in this. You know, as you can see, there's like the condensation on your cockpit, and the trailers made it seem like it was going to be a really big creature. It's not really. So you get you like iron clouds, and it makes it slightly harder for missiles to lock onto you, and also the enemy.
You're clear to engage. They're probably
And
hostile.
you move a little more sluggish after a while as the control surfaces freeze up.
No doubt about it, we're dealing with
But
UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as
a
somewhat
very
clever
neat
decoys.
feature is that whenever you're in the clouds, the music actually, like parts of the music touch on. So, let's see if I can.
Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that
Okay, I
doesn't
guess
matter.
not in this
Destroy all
track,
enemy
but in
fighters
the
and get
track
out.
before you could like notice that like the main melody cut out one over there. But yeah, now we're fighting some drones.
Feels
I
like
think
a ride
so.
roller coaster up here.
Gotta get on his ass. Maybe.
Enemy UAV confirmed
Okay,
destroyed.
that one was.
Column Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies
I think they will.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an
But yeah, I think the drones actually go down in one missile hit, or one standard missile hit. Come back here, buddy.
Attack missed.
Yeah.
I'm icing up.
Golem 1, Box 2.
Yeah, no. Oh, actually, that one's still good.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt.
But yeah, like they say, if you stay too long in the clouds, your plane will move a little more sluggishly.
Target is in range of guns.
Not to mention it, like your visibility gets worse, and especially when you're in cockpit view.
The enemy knows it removes, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger.
Can't really. Can I? Yeah. That's
Nice
it.
kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
Ah, it's starting to sound like Chopper.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
But yeah, I just remembered what I
You've
actually
given us
wanted
air
to
superiority
do
by destroying their
was
radar.
check out if maybe
The
I
first
could
barrier
like lower
keeping
the
us from
game
retaking
volume
the
a
space
bit.
elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Yeah, and another A rank. Can I? I'm just going to try something here. Options, right? Yeah. Somehow, for some weird reason, you can't adjust the sound in the game itself, but okay. But you can in the main menu. But yeah. Mission 3. So far, this whole warship is pretty easy.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However,
Not sure that's how I would pronounce that. You know,
the International
Gunther?
Union Peacekeeping Force
I
reclaims its
don't know
bid
if
for the
I
space
really would pronounce it Ganda, but
Grays Island
hey.
Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Okay. So, this this time around it looks like we'll be mainly facing air targets. Although honestly I'm not sure if they're going to pose much of a threat considering that it's a bunch of F4s and F-16s. I mean, no offense to the F-16, but you know, it's not exactly like it's not exactly cutting edge by now, you know. Let's see, did we get some? Nope, we've still got it. Don't really have as much enough money to buy any new planes, but I guess we might as well spend some on like new loadout options for the planes we do have. Okay, I think that's all the options for all the planes we have, right? Yeah. And I guess we can like save up for the next few planes. Let's see. Do we already want to go for the Tomcat? Or should we maybe take out one of the MiGs just to like have some variety here? Let's go with the F-14. I did mention that I was like inspired to try this game by Top Gun, so let's like to stream this game by Top Gun, so let's go with the Top Gun plane, why don't we? Okay, it's not the official Top Gun plane since that's the F-14A, which there's actually some DLC for this, which is an official tie-in with the new Top Gun, in which you can fly, which like adds the F-14A and some other planes that are in the movie to this game, but I just checked and it's like $20, which is a bit steep if you ask me for planes. Like if they add a special mission or something, then I'd be down for it, but as it stands, I don't know. $20 is a bit steep for that. So let's go with the next best thing. Yeah, sure. I'm not really bothering with the parts right now.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Look, I mean, if in the first Top Gun movies F5 were close enough to mix to make do for the filmmakers, then the F-14D is close enough to the F-14A for our purposes.
Mage 2, begin takeoff sequence. You're cleared for launch.
You guys sure you don't want to like give me a thumbs up? How about a high five? Nothing? Okay, fine. Missed opportunity.
Mage 2 is away. Mage 2, specified altitude reached. Restrictions lifted. Good luck.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace.
Okay.
We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Mage 2, bandit down.
That's pretty good, I think. That at 4. Feels a bit dirty just feeling that kill right now, but you know, it's war. Don't one hit in. Jesus Christ. I kind of a bit taken off guard by how slow those are. And I actually popped flares there.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in an IG turn.
4 remaining.
Okay, that was a bit ambitious, I'll admit. With the angle, nope, also not. But I think we can like get a gun kill on this one. If I could. I guess the radar isn't quite as responsive as I would have hoped. I mean, it's been a while since I actually last played this game, so I still haven't like quite got the feeling for all the aiming. Ah, shit. Let's do it like this. But yeah, just to demonstrate, so like some of the instrumentation cuts away when you're in the clouds, which is a pretty neat touch. I don't know, I always think it's very cool when video games sort of make the music, the soundtrack interactive, sort of. Nice try, buddy.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
There we go. Number 1, number 2, and scratch that bandit.
Once the enemy gets behind me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
Target is in range of guns.
Ah. Okay, actually I didn't expect that one to hit, but hey,
Radar shows no sign of bandits.
like I've said a million times before, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I haven't even broken a sweat. Missile incoming! Evade! Break!
Oh,
What the hell?
Caution, missile!
where did that one come from? Goose! There's like a bunch of them. Shit.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break, now!
We're just waiting for mission command.
Just trying to show something off here is that when you... A neat detail about the F-14 is that, I guess, sort of like in real life, when you slow down, the wings unfold for better maneuverability.
All aircraft, no change in
Just wanted to show that off here. quick. I mean, probably now it's not really the time to do that, but you know.
Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Bye bye.
I've got you now. Firing.
Okay. Guess we probably don't want to deal too much with the little guys, but go for the big boy.
Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Okay. Yeah, it's sort of hard to evade. I mean, with these missiles coming in, since there's like so many things on the radar, sort of hard to discern those. Got one right on me, but okay, with some enthusiastic maneuvering, we got him off us.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Let's see, can I get a gun kill on that one?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
Ah, fuck it.
What the hell? Caution, all aircraft stay alert.
Get out of there. Breaking.
Aw, come on.
Skeleton
That's
2
cheating.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. They noticed earlier, more of us would have survived the hearing.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
Wilco, but Golem 2 is hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Okay, so I guess we can't tango with the big guy after all.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Behind one.
Okay, I'm like, I feel like I've almost got a good lock here. That probably should be a good hit. Good kill.
They're machines. Don't show any mercy.
Yeah, these multi-lock-on missiles aren't as maneuverable as you might like, but guess you can sort of argue that there's like safety in numbers. Quantity's got a quality all of its own. That's the kind of wisdom I'm looking for.
UAV spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
Got one.
UAV down.
My status is fine.
And I mean, there's not, I don't think you get anything for saving your ammo in this.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
Okay, let's see. There's one guy.
Caution, missile!
Got him.
Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the
shit.
hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
Okay.
I'm against MSU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Could have sworn there was a lock there. Now it is.
I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
Not good. Brody, break off.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Look, we'll be right with you, Brownie, okay? just gotta deal with these things and then we'll kill the scary boss man and nothing's going to go wrong, I promise.
Mage 2, locked.
Get those UAVs off of France.
Okay, got him. Finally.
Good work. Mage 2, missile away.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
And that's the last batch, I think.
What's your status? Status report.
He's a predator.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Okay, I'm almost out of special ammo.
Somebody! Support!
And
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie?
Afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
shit, maneuvered at the last moment, and now
Get your asses
sort of actually getting a bit harder to maneuver since I've spent so long in the clouds. Well, shit.
Tied up now. Trigger, can you help him? It didn't connect.
Did we? Okay. Let's see. Move a bit, way a bit, and then engage from, so I can like shoot. Nah, he's right on me. He's very annoying. Fair enough. Okay, buddy. Do you really want to play it like this?
Mage 2, move to support. Other aircraft are in trouble.
There we go. I guess the nice thing about them trying to shoot out down our friendly planes is that to do that they gotta
About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA.
they gotta stay still for a
It
moment.
was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Well, rip Brownie.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. The deck
Well,
is clear. Mage 2,
so you gotta do a carrier landing.
lower your speed.
Buddy, I'm never going to lower my speed.
Mage 2, bank right.
Okay, now I'm going to lower my speed, okay. Fuck. I am...
You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Perfect, Mage 2.
Well.
Be back. Now return to base.
Huh. Carrier landings are easy.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Golem and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits.
Look, if that asshole of a Nazi bird hadn't put that stupid shield bullshit, then I totally would have had him.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim.
Okay, that's
we have precious little time.
fairly embarrassing considering
we have to get to the space
that I
elevator.
didn't get any. It took me that long to take that guy out. But still got an A rank.
Here he comes.
Oh, and here's another subplot.
Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite?
I was
Someone
wondering
over there
that.
was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Arusian princess rallying her people on the Arusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Aruja, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
So not sure what any of that has got to do with me.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after.
My boy, I wonder who's going to fly that single aircraft.
Radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger.
Oh, yes, my answer.
After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Okay. I guess we gotta go sneaky. But I feel like... Okay, actually we don't even have any... I don't know. I feel like... I was about to say we didn't have any stealth aircraft, but we've got the Berkut, which honestly I feel is probably overkill though at this point, so... Yeah, let's go with the F-15. Sure, why not? And... Sure. I mean, if there's laser guns in this game, what are we supposed to do? Not take them? And I'm sure the parts are alright.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
Okay, so yeah, it plays very similar to the one in Ace Combat 5, the one where you gotta escort, incidentally, President Harling's plane. I guess also the one where you have to sneak your way to the mine, like the new storage facility.
Way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Oh. Except in this, like, flight altitude doesn't really seem to influence the detection radius.
No problem. Situation normal. No change.
Okay, let's see.
Trigger, you got 2 directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
Are we? Should I go with my gut here? So let's see. That looks like it's going to be a shortcut. And I can already see the space elevator. Thanks, buddy.
And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home.
Okay, so I guess this first part hasn't been too bad.
He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero.
Jeez, buddy. Skykeeper, could you keep the politics out of this, okay? I've got a war to win here.
Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
Okay, let's see. There we are. Beautiful.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear.
Now I can go
Celebrate
to...
yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Page 2, target destroyed.
Almost. Okay, good. Beautiful.
Target destruction confirmed. Page 2, target down.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Gollum Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn.
Okay. Ah, shit. Gunfire. Well.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond.
I don't know, if you want to go for a no damage run, usually these AA guns are... I mean, they are a bit of a tricky...
Half of the anti-air guns down.
They like make things very tricky for you. Not quite, Sea Goblin.
Stand by.
Patience, my friend. Patience.
Page 2. Rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them.
Yeah, that was a bit ambitious.
Bandit is in my sights.
All anti-air guns destroyed.
Okay.
All SAM sites down.
There we go. That wasn't too bad, I don't think.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Rescue craft tag on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
Okay, I'll...
Long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Let's see... How far do these lasers work? Okay. There we go. That's one down. And a million more to go. Let's see, can I...
Target is destroyed.
Let's see. Oh boy. Okay, someone's angry.
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Okay, I guess I probably ought to keep care of this shit. Take care of this. Maybe pull a ambitious maneuver here. Okay. There we go. That doesn't sound too good.
Is Mr. Harling alive? Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up. They got the chopper and the Sierra too. That was
Oh god.
UAVs moving away from the harbor toward the space elevator. Shoot them down.
Well, I'm not like the only guy here, okay?
That's about half. Mop up the rest.
I even have like a good angle here. Nope, doesn't. Whoa. Yes. Fuck. Gotta deal with guys at the elevator.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out. I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly? Better than Mr. Harley. It'll do. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Don't get sassy with that, Johnson. That's a reference. Bye-bye.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Golem 2, hang in there.
Okay. That ought to... Yeah.
UAV confirmed down.
Okay, good. Unless... That probably wasn't a smarter move as I made it seem. Okay, that's all ground targets taken care of. Let's deal with these stupid drones before they fail me the mission.
One remaining.
Okay. Yeah, the laser is maybe a bit overpowered at this point in the game.
All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off. Let's wait till we're home safe.
Oh shit.
Mage Squadron,
He's in an osprey.
south.
That's...
5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar.
probably not a good sign, honestly.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element. Wilco, forming up.
Target was
Nope.
not struck.
Ah, fuck. There we go. One down, about 1 million more to go. Yeah, like half the time, I died. But yeah, half of the time, like the Osprey, like they crash without any reason, honestly. So you probably don't want to be in one when you engage with enemy fighters. Ah, shit.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger.
Sorry about that. Not quite sure what was up with that though.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority. Lockdown bandit. Mother Goose 1 hit.
Oh, bye.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. The cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Can Mr. Harley? Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
Okay. Yes, like a bunch of I'm on him. Okay, one less.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him down
Trying. There we go, that's...
1 minute remaining.
Oh shit, there's guys coming in. Let's hope don't accidentally hit the president by accident. Oh shit.
Oh my god. Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was OG. A friendly missile hit him.
Hey.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating. Friendly fire. I saw it. Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. The Rusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchway. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
I mean, honestly, what's the reason to assassinate a former president? Surely, if I wanted to do that, I'd set my eyes on the current president, wouldn't I? But still, I got an A rank. And I've got myself a medal for that. See, if I wasn't meant to blow that thing up, why does the game reward me for it?
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here.
Oh boy. Okay, I guess I'm just
when your allies
I'm just low-life criminal scum after all.
Giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago.
Is it that he's very handsome?
Says he was sent here because he killed Harlan.
Very skilled at flying airplanes.
During the last war, remember?
Charming.
He's the
Probably
one
a very considerate and skilled lover.
He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
The worst thing about war is all the fake people, fake friends.
Alright guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh.
That's right.
His
A
tag
pretty
name
big
is
deal.
Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base.
Oh.
This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire. And as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay. I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Wonder how many we'll lose today. Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers. But what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
Somehow I don't feel valued, really. But yeah, so there's like a bunch of enemy air targets around, and well, since I'm replaying this, I've got a whole bunch of airplanes unlocked. But well, thing is, in the original context of the game, at this point you're only supposed to, for this mission you're supposed to only be able to choose between the F-104C, the Starfighter, and the MiG-21, the good old fish bed. Anyways, we'll be going with the fish bed, I think, and sure, let's go with the semi-active missile setup, since, you know, that's since we are like mostly targeting air targets right now.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
And let's go with the spare skin, since that's the squadron we are flying in canonically at this point.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me a burst?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Okay, now we're finally in the edgy squadron.
Go now.
My blood's boiling! Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. If he makes it back, can you land your ass as grass? Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked.
Damn, you're good. Let's make this more interesting.
Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil.
Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base.
Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one.
If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
Well,
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me?
I mean, to be fair, like, since you guys don't really seem to be able to shoot down the enemy planes, how are you really supposed to shoot down our planes? Okay.
This is the Peril unit. If count's going forward, I decide when you die. All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me.
Shut the fuck up. I apologize. For language, shut the fuck up, you asshole. There, that's better. Can I? Yeah, there we go. That's number one. Another MiG-29. One less.
Sorry, but I'm gonna get the top score again. Only because kills are self-reported.
Okay. Ah, shit. Come on, man. Seriously, what's the point of these semi-active... what's the point of these semi-active missiles if, like, they're not... They, like, can't even hit when you've got them in your targeting reticule. Okay. That worked.
Sparing, watch your mouth. Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count.
Hold on. Ah. I actually got damaged by interception fire there.
Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Oh well.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
See if he comes straight for me. Yep. That's a kill.
Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission.
There we go. Beautiful.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called SID lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harley's murderer.
Okay. Ah, shit. Okay. I don't know, I sort of remember these things being more effective. At least they were in 5. Whoa! But yeah, I don't know, I think I probably should be getting more gun kills, really. You know, if I wanted to flex. Ah, you tell yourself that, buddy.
Bingo, direct hit.
There we go. Okay. Semi-active. Huh.
Oh yeah, add this one to my score.
And we've got a lock. Nice.
Focus on destroying the target.
And splash 2. That's nice. Sweet.
This is decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Target's that slow on a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer.
No, can't just rear dig sometimes.
They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Gee, now he thinks he's squadron leader.
Let's take out the bombers first.
Don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
If you want to spare 7, shut up. You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
See, slow down a bit. And there we are. Beautiful. Ah.
Trigger again.
Bye-bye.
Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Yeah.
The targets are still
That's one pair of bombers taken out.
What the hell are you doing?
I'll move on to the next one.
Commander McKenzie, please maintain silence for the moment.
Okay.
This is a pretty nice ride. Its preserve is pretty good. Can't believe these seats used to be scrapped. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's loyalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy. Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. That was dumb luck, Tabloid.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack!
What do you think I have been doing? I don't see anyone else getting any kills, do you?
The paper-mache strategy in the base seems to be doing the trick. This dog has an idea how to end the war.
One bandit left. Take him down now. First come, first served.
Okay. There he is. Yes, last guy. I wonder. Like, okay. Seems like I can.
Confirmed eliminated.
Hell yeah! Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner.
But yeah, it seems you can like fire and control both two semi-active missiles at the same time.
Just checking.
Whee!
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 3,000.
And I just kind of want to show a little thing off here.
Too fast. Lower your airspeed.
So I gotta like very strongly make clear that I'm doing this on purpose right now.
Trigger's down! Damn it!
Huh. Looks like I won that bet, Spare 7.
So yeah, if you die during this mission, Bandog gets very happy, since he's like one of the guys who betted on us biting it. Which, you know, really makes you feel welcome. But now I'm going to do like one of my trademark very good landings. See? Totally smooth.
Right. Stand by for your next sortie.
I lost a lot of money for that trigger. Don't forget.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Oh, we actually got an S rank this time around. And I got myself one or more new nicknames. Neat.
Mihai's granddaughters like to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures.
Look,
Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air.
Like, I'm not sure everyone else is actually that obsessed with teenage girls,
A
but
relic from a nation that was long gone.
who knows?
Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries.
Oh, hey there. And no, this isn't my first playthrough.
Mihai asked them.
Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?
I've played through this a couple of times.
Can no longer speak the language of our home.
But I watched the new Top Gun and then I figured, you know,
what they're saying to me.
I was kind of in the mood for jet fighters.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dimitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people.
I'd like to call him Mike.
By a close friend, who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited.
Oh, and here he comes. Here comes the best character in the entire game. There he is. It is.
She laughed like a princess.
JPEG dog.
I found out later she was
just look at the dog.
New ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for. Who wanted to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly.
He's got very good posture.
If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled.
Yeah.
Even though they wished their nation were independent from her.
He looking 'cause he knows.
Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden. Even from me.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca Roja to the northwest. Second, you will
At here for a second I thought like we were going to attract the enemy's attention by dressing up as sexy bikini babes or something.
You will attack and provoke the
but I guess that's okay too.
Strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Jeez, dude, we get it. Okay, so I guess this is like one of our first major, I don't know, free-for-all missions where we like the whole point of the mission is to take out and get like a specific score by destroying like a specific number of enemies, but like the game doesn't really care too much about like the order we go about it. So you know, you can kind of it's sort of freeform, which honestly is pretty fun. But I'd say, let's see, can we unlock anything here? I mean, I guess we could get the F-35. Or the YF-23. But let's see. I mean, I'm going to actually buy the F-35, but I'm not going to use it quite now, just now. I mean, I haven't got a death wish that big. No, I think I'm going to use the good old A10 for that. It's Warthog time. And let's go with the air-to-ground missiles. Spare skin, yeah. Sure, whatever. These parts seem good.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Let's get to it. Let the slaughter begin.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare Aid?
And roughly speaking, I'm going to go south to north.
Just fly and be a target.
Let's see. Make sure we don't have like any of these rock formations in the way. Okay. He said, and immediately had rock formations in the way.
So their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
Bandog, you're a real charmer, you know that.
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7. Transport truck spotted. Not a threat. Feel free to take them out. Regular aircraft will join later, needing any repairs or ammo to fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury. So, what are we supposed to do?
Oh bye.
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Trigger. Rocking it hard. Got the crap. There's work to do.
Let's see.
How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'll take it back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. Regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish the Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
Sure giving me another shot?
Ooh. Okay, that was...
You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Haha, Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full man?
Okay, I guess you don't really want to,
It's fast. Keep up the good work.
hit the ground like that. Actually, I'm, you know, just to demonstrate stuff on my stream, I'm going to head back to the resupply line. I mean, probably I'm not going to get like as good of a score as I would have if I not taken this little detour, but hey. I'm like mostly aiming to shut this game off, not to get like the best score possible. So, you know.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing.
But yeah, so like there's like a certain part of the map that if you get there you can get back to the base and then resupply and head back, hopefully. Weep. Time to break. Nice. But I'm going to keep the
Spare 15,
AGMs there.
Get your ass in gear.
I mean, it costs, obviously, it like, costs time, but, you know, now I've got a fully repaired plane. And I mean, I'm like already almost halfway to the score requirement. So I figure I probably can like successfully complete this mission. Yeah. Looks like we've got ourselves a fairly target-rich environment here.
This is Spare 11, launching missile. Locked. Fox 2.
Sort of expected that maybe the A-10 actually does like more gun damage than other planes, considering like the GAU, whatever it was, GAU 40? I don't know. 200 something. Like the A-10's gun is, you know, like they say about it, that it's basically a plane built around one big gun, and I sort of expected that maybe it would, you know,
Target destroyed.
It would, you know, do more damage, considering that fact, but I guess not quite. I mean, oh boy, sorry. Got a bit over eager there. I guess that's fair, you know. Shit. Okay, too greedy. Well, let's try this one again.
All aircraft, spread out and attack. We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up. It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare Aid? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
Let's see. Go high and then go down.
Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can. You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
I mean, the nice thing about the A-10, other than its great gun, which I'm not quite sure is actually depicted in this game, is that it's fairly slow, which, you know, obviously in a lot of situations isn't actually great, but, you know, sometimes it's sort of nice to have, like, enough time on target, you know?
So, what are we supposed to do?
Ah! Okay, shit. Okay, I gotta remember it's called a ground attack plane because it attacks stuff on the ground, not because it's supposed to be on the ground.
Spread out and attack. We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were
Maybe, just for this part, the third person camera might be a better
Regular
fit.
forces can reduce losses
Ah,
if you tenderize
well.
the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target. We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. Whole squadron.
Shit.
Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can. Vehicle down. You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
What are the odds of getting out alive?
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7. Transport truck spotted. Not a threat. Feel free to take them out.
Leave them to me. Rolling the wing is a kind of specialty of mine.
Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading.
Okay, there we go. I think that's...
Trigger. Rocking it hard.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to
Yeah.
do without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. Regulars like us are allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around. All
Yeah.
before takeoff.
Don't really want to waste on the air-to-ground missile there.
It's fast. Keep up the good work.
Rhino.
Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more.
There we go. Beautiful.
The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger.
Target down.
You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot counter?
Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full band?
Finally have a read on the targets.
Yeah.
They're in one hell of a place. I'll take it from here.
Okay, beautiful.
Vehicle down.
They have me spiked. Missile incoming! Break! Break!
Spare 15, missile away.
Oh no! Boy. That's pretty tall order for an A10.
Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns. The enemy is after you, Trigger.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah. So all these canyons are a bit dangerous, especially if you've got like very little sense of self-preservation like I do. There we are, almost halfway there. Fuck. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. This is sort of getting embarrassing.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
Okay, I'm just this mission I'm going to do from the third person.
Just like before. We blow the shit out of everything. Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare Aid? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft locked on. A whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. We'll do what we can.
You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. There's those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets. Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
Bam.
Is a kind of specialty of mine. What are the odds of getting out alive? That's for you to figure out, Spare 7.
The fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading.
Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury. So, what are we supposed to do?
Eh.
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Okay.
Rocking it hard. Cut the crap. There's work to do.
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. Irregulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. In your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Mad Dog's finally come around.
All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that? Smash one eye.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Righto.
There we go.
Hostile down. Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full man? The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger. That cheers me up.
Vehicle down.
Like one other aspect of the A10 that is actually modded, as far as I'm aware, is, you know, that it's fairly sturdy. So yeah, it can take sort of a kind of a beating.
Missile launched.
Ah, shit. Oh boy, stall. That's... Well, you're welcome, buddy. one bridge less. That's one Sam less, about 1,000,000 more to go. Oh shit. Harry, yes. Nah, they're not actually much of a problem. The only problem in as much that I don't get to play them.
Missile launched.
Rest in peace.
Spare 15 locked on.
Okay, got more than half.
Confirmed kill on AA gun.
I'm spiked. Requesting assistance. Cal, missile incoming.
Hey.
Lock time. Sparring. Fox 2. Good work. They can't even approach us.
Well, I don't know about that, honestly. Yeah, I guess for this specific mission, going with the...
The base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. But it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osea has one. It probably even says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Bandog.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Let me look into this doctrine thing. Bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access.
Oh yeah.
Vehicle down.
Fox 2.
I think this part of the map
Spare 15, Fox 2.
fairly smashed up.
Okay. All that's left below you is piles of rubble. Look for more enemies. Let's see if they can't hit you this time.
Yeah. I wouldn't bet on it, buddy.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
A radar lock. Shoot.
Bad angle. I'm sort of looking around since I think there's like a little bit of an Easter egg hidden around here, if I remember correctly. Isn't there like supposed to be some sort of tunnel there? Or maybe it's like on another part of the map. Yeah, I think it might be further on up the road. Okay.
Mark on bandit. Target is annihilated.
go.
Destroyed all the trucks. Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280.
Oh, here comes the cavalry. I do not think I will.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots?
Machines are not replacing humans. Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
Let's see. Oh, bye.
Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Just give us a bomb big enough to blow the area. Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? Humans are just pawns.
That lying son of a bitch. Don't pretend like you deserve any better.
Just let me see. Can I? No? Can I sort of? Yep. Okay.
Continue with the operation. Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
The anti-aircraft are hit hard. Our air defense capabilities are compromised. Just grab whatever you can and return fire.
The murderer's done it again. Gonna have to rethink the odds. This is Spare 7. Shit! Someone get this enemy off my tail! I can't. I've got my hands full too.
I roll a missile. Shake it off.
God damn it, I'm hit! I'm still at the table! I roll a missile. Another one. I've got a bet on me getting out of this.
Oh, bye.
Hey, someone's down. Who is it? Ty Roller. He's been taken out.
Don't miss your pants over one aircraft being down. You've done a fair amount of work to their ground units, but I see some of them still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise.
What happens to a bet when the banker's out? Another man down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
I'm hit. My aircraft.
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try and stop it.
I'm getting the trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive.
I guess now's probably time to
I've still got top
tap out our buddies there.
Man, you're useless. Everyone knows who prevention orders.
Number one.
Trigger, they have a lock on you.
Number two.
Engage or face punishment.
Keep your weapon away, little guard dog.
You'll pay for this.
Looks like everyone's having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle who's best once and for all.
I feel like, I don't know, at this point, there's like no way you can catch up to me, Count. No offense. Oh, I guess they're just talking about those drones. Fine. Not counting anything that happened before.
Nice job, Trigger. That's 5. I've shut down 6.
Bullshit. You're still on 2.
Hey, are you sure your radar's working right? If only I can bring a radio towards my spirits.
Ah.
Hostile has a lock.
Missile!
I sort of want to annihilate more ground targets, but you know.
7
go. Beautiful.
Bandit right behind you.
Ah. Bye bye. Got hit by some gunfire there. Where are you? Yeah. Yeah, probably really don't want to be dogfighting in this thing. But, you know, you don't go to war with the plane you want, but the plane you can afford in the plane store. Okay, let's... Beautiful. Oh man. That's... Oh boy. I'll admit, that one was a bit embarrassing. Let's see... Ah, and all the way from the top.
All aircraft, spread out and attack. We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
I don't know. That was... felt like a bit of an unnecessary death.
Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
Okay, let's see...
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready to answer your interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets. Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out. Listen to me. Bullying the weak is kind of specialty of mine. What are the odds of getting out alive? That's for you to figure out, Spare 7.
The fire set up and change the action. At least stop it from spreading.
Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury. So, what are we supposed to do?
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Cut the crap. There's work to do. I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back. Nice try. This stuff
There we
is
go.
for you guys.
Beautiful gun
Let's be
kill.
honest here. The regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in
And
your
let's
heart,
see.
you want us to smash that base. Am I off? You're gonna wish this mission would never end. Looks like Mad Dog's finally come around. All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that? Scratch one hostile. That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Oh bye.
Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Again, move into a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead. You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day. The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count? Haha, Trigger's the one who did most of the work. Why are you so proud of that, full man? The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target. You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger. Spare 15, target destroyed.
Oh, yes.
Finally have a read on the targets. They're in one hell of a place. I'll take you from here.
Hostile has a lock. Need help.
Missile away. Trigger's taken out one of the AA guns.
I guess with the Apaches, one missile is all it takes.
Confirm kill on AA gun.
Same with the Chinooks. So I guess all helicopters go down in one hit. Well, one missile hit that is.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Oh. I mean, I could move ahead, but I kind of want to be thorough.
Locked.
Hmm.
They got a lock. No way.
Ah. Okay, fuck. Oh, bye. Okay. Don't want to stick around here too long.
Spare 15, rifle.
One A gun down, about 1 million more to go. There we go. Beautiful. Good. More than halfway there.
Damn enemy hiding in a place like this. They can at least make themselves easier to hit. Trigger eliminated target.
Break, break.
Okay. Well, let's go up. And let's go down.
Spare 15, locked on. AA gun down. Vehicle down.
Now the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. But it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osia has one. It probably says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Bandog.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Ah.
This doctrine.
Okay, actually. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access.
Vehicle down.
Well,
Maybe if we had some anti-surface weaponry.
Spare 15, Fox 2.
oh, bye. Okay, we're not really doing too hot right now. But I'm sure we can manage.
They got a lock. No way.
Okay. All that's left below you is piles of rubble. Look for more enemies. Let's see if they can't hit you this time.
I really would appreciate it if they didn't, Bandog.
Come out and fight, you coward.
Let's see, can I get my guns on target? Almost, but not quite. I mean, for like a minute, but... Okay, and let's get the last Harrier. Shit. There we go, beautiful.
Spare 15, locked on.
Okay, there we go. That's this part of the map taken out. let's rush on to the next one. Nice.
Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280.
Okay, now the drones start coming out.
They're drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots? What about them on the team?
Machines are not replacing humans.
Calm down. You're just obstacles in the way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
Not bad.
Destroyed.
About the shitstorm he was sending us into?
Okay, I'm not doing too great health-wise, but
Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation.
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Just give us a bomb big enough to throw the air attack.
Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
The murderer's done it again. Gonna have to rethink the odds. This is Spare 7. Shit! Someone get this enemy off my tail! I can't. I've got my hands full too.
I roll a missile. Take it off.
God damn it, I'm hit! I'm still at the table! I roll a missile. Another one! I've got a bet on me getting out of this.
Fuck.
Hey, someone's down. Who is it? It's High Roller. He's been taken out.
Don't piss your pants over one aircraft being down. You've done a fair amount of work to their ground units.
Okay.
I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise.
I mean, we could head back to the return line to stock up on ammo and especially health.
There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation.
Yeah. I don't know. At this point, probably that's a wise call. I don't really want to have to redo this whole mission again.
I'm getting behind Trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let him. Poor decision on your part. I've still got top score. Count? Man, you're useless. Everyone knows who inflates your numbers.
That's right, you tell him while I run like a dog with its tail tucked between its legs.
Engage or face punishment.
Keep yapping away, little guard dog.
You'll pay for this.
Look, once I've resupplied side.
Fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins.
I promise I'll re-engage the enemy.
3 minutes remaining. Approaching return line.
Whee.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower your airspeed.
Look, man, I don't have all day, so...
Bank left.
There we go. Just going to land this plane like a real pro.
Pass
Yeah.
the guidance limit. Make a visual landing.
Yeah, easy. Just like they say in the say it in the textbooks. And I'm still going to stick with the AGMs.
Spare 15, you are cleared for takeoff. Get your ass...
Okay. There we are. Back into action. And there's the drones. Nice. By which I mean very annoying.
Missile incoming! Enemy has a lock on you.
Okay, got one drone. But actually I'm not. Don't think I really want to engage with count. Like I don't want to play a silly game. I want to go after all the ground targets. Since that's sort of the job my plane was designed for.
Rifle. The enemy's got a lock.
Okay. And now I'm going to do something very stupid here.
Nothing but trouble this mission, I'm afraid. Damn, these guys are agile. Trigger crashed. Truly an idiot.
Nope. Nice try.
Spare 15 launching missile. Missed target. Seconds remaining.
But yeah, that's what I meant. There's like you get like a special voice message if you fly through the tunnel there. Goodbye. How many missiles are there? Okay, it looks like I'm pretty much out of time, but maybe I still can do some more. Nice.
Okay. The enemy base enough. Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass.
Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too. Hey, who wants to bet who goes into solitary? That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
Ah, Bandog. Anyways, I think... let's see... What's the mission after this? I think after that I'll call it a night. Since we've been at this for a while.
You lost planes, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you crossed the return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary.
Yeah. Worth it. I mean, like, I feel at this point, breathing with result in you getting solitary, so...
You know, I've received a medal for my ingenuity in finding a use for you cons. But just remember, if you disobey orders, there's a special place in solitary confinement for you. Your so-called right to complain was forfeited the moment you chose to break the law. Okay then, go make yourselves useful. An Ocean Air Force squadron is currently entering Erusian territory for reconnaissance. Due to certain factors, their return route has been changed. The new return route will be through Yinshi Valley, a scenic and rocky karst area. The enemy's radar facilities and anti-aircraft weapons hidden on the mountainside pose a serious threat. Your mission is to destroy them and get our guys out in one piece, even if it puts your own lives in danger. And it is important to remember, they will send up interceptors if you're detected. So you will need to choose something useful in a dogfight. The weather won't be on your side, but you're doing this whether you like it or not. Worry about the squadron's return route, not your own. Your mission is to get them back safely, which I think is the perfect punishment for your crimes.
Look, all I want is maybe someone to, like, once in a while care for me, you know? Treat me like they care if I live or die. But yeah, right, so there's like our basic mission is ground attack, but we want something that can like hold its own in a dogfight if push comes to shove. So let's see. Let's go with let's go with the Hornet, Super Hornet, I mean. And do we want the ray gun? No. And like a quick maneuver. Quick maneuver air-to-air missile, which like can like get enemy airplanes even when they pull some turns, which presumably is going to come in handy. I mean, not that I know that like there's going to be a bit of a boss fight here. That would be would constitute spoilers.
Quick. Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover.
Oh boy.
You will be near thunderclouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky.
Wait, who's the dumbass who came up with this batshit plan?
Just obey orders.
Air Force Base 4 Squadron, this is Cyclops 1. Cyclops and Strider Squadrons currently contain 7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
I mean, we've got smooth jazz playing.
On ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops 1, this is Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. Nice working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
The terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes.
I've never flown this close to a mountain.
Okay, yeah. Good thing, but yeah, you kind of want something more maneuverable than the A-10 for this.
Destruction of target facility is confirmed.
Whee.
Are you telling us we have to dodge lightning?
Ugh. Oh boy.
Careful. Don't crash into the mountains. And unless you have a death wish, watch your altitude.
Okay,
Missile launched.
Oh boy. Yep, this one's fairly easy to get turned around here.
Inside of Russia? They're investigating the ruins. That's all I know. You sure found out quick. They got a secret weapon, maybe? There's only so much I can find out.
Enough talk.
Got one of them.
Missile.
Let's focus on the targets first.
Missile. Missile.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Nice. I mean, I've taken some damage, but nothing major so far.
The mission doesn't require you to talk. Use your head as well as your hands.
Okay.
Don't panic. They'll crash on their own.
Don't know about that, buddy. I sort of got other plans.
Radar's working. We're under attack. Don't wait for interceptors. Use missiles.
Got him.
15 shot one down.
Nice.
Spare 15, enemy's got a lock.
Oh boy. Kind of got a bit. I think it's because of the air drafts. It's sort of pulling my plane towards the rock formations there.
Radar facilities are silent, but those SAM sites are still a threat. Eliminate them.
You got that done. Let's hopefully get out of this shit show.
Destroyed, no complaints here.
Let's see, can I get him before the next? Yeah.
We might have crossed the line.
There they are.
Leave this one to our friends.
Wish we'd used that hole to get home, too.
Things don't always go perfectly.
Okay, now it's dogfight time.
Jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
That's impossible. I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about. In my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity. Someone flew into the thunderclouds.
Oh, but
Nice work for a dumbass.
Trigger's been struck by lightning.
Calm down. Check your HUD for errors. You'll make it if you don't panic.
Strider 2, enemy behind you. Shit, this is bad. I wish I had some air-to-air missiles.
Prioritize recon squadron survival.
This isn't
I repeat,
great.
your top priority is to get them out safely, even if you die in the process.
You want a piece of me? You got it. Cyclops 3, watch your ass.
Okay, got him.
UAV splashed.
Shake that enemy.
You're welcome, Strider 2.
Alright, good start. Now let's get the remaining 6 out of there.
Cyclops 3, missile in the air.
Let's see.
Missile, don't let it touch you.
Strider 4, bandit on your 6.
That's okay, fine.
Between them and the UAVs.
They don't even have time to check radar.
Let's see. Can we get him?
Evade. Missile incoming.
Spare 15. Recon aircraft are trying to escape nearby.
Shit. Oh man.
Cyclops 3, watch your tail.
Maybe.
Strider 4, missile inbound.
There we go. Beautiful.
UAV down. Behind me.
Missile.
Bad dog. There are still 5 aircraft in the combat zone.
Okay, we got at least some of them though.
Hell, they don't even have a formation. Cyclops 2, missile fired at you.
Can I get some gun kills there? There we go, beautiful!
All cowards, go hide in the thunderclouds like Trigger. Wiseman 4-4, squadron supporting income swiftly.
Oh shit.
Take this chance to break off.
Jaeger, look after the survivors.
Roger.
There he is.
Enemy on your tail.
Radar confirms Spare 15 has come out of the clouds.
Trigger just flew into a thundercloud without even blinking.
Well, all in a day's work.
Bad. Fading fast. Quit
See.
scratching your ass and approach the enemy.
Try and stop me.
Oh, come on, this is not very helpful.
What did you expect?
Warning, missile in the air.
Okay, got one.
Cyclops 4
You're
is
welcome.
up. There you go. Things are looking up. Finally got some good guys in support.
Looks like there's one guy who's got everyone's backs.
If I could, like, spend the next few minutes without getting...
Cyclops 3, check your 6.
Bye-bye.
Trigger's holding up, but we got our hands full.
I'm not stupid enough to fly into a thundercloud.
Cyclops 2, evade that missile.
Trigger was hit by lightning.
Yeah, really could do without those, that lightning.
Bandit has a lock on.
Cyclops 3, there's one aircraft nearby from the 444th.
Our job
Okay,
is to
good.
watch the airspace. Yours is to get the hell out of there.
Cyclops 3 is broken off. Bad dog, it's just me and one more to go.
Spare 15. You're the only one earning any redemption today. Make sure the rest of them stay alive. You'll let the devil with 3 sin lines go free after that. You're in no position to call someone a devil, Count. Don't make me laugh.
Shit.
Break! They're all over me!
Maintain your element. Go at it in pairs.
Cyclops 2, hostile on your rear.
Not letting a damn robot shoot me down. Out of special weapon. Someone hurry up and rescue our hapless regulars. This is Bandog. Spare 15 will deal with the drones.
There we go. Beautiful.
Bird is doing all the work. We'd be losing more men if it weren't for him.
Cyclops 2 is broken up.
I'm all out of special ammo. This is
Cyclops 1, check your
not
six.
great, not terrible.
I can't get him to overshoot. Flying against machines is a pain.
Cyclops 1, missile.
Okay. Let's see. If he tries to go after the plane, I got probably an easy shot.
Cyclops 1 is hit.
I'm hit, but still functional.
Oh shit. Ah, fuck. Dropping flares.
I lost too much speed.
Okay. Only one. Only one left. Heading straight towards me. Obviously that was a pretty bad angle to approach him from. I mean, as far as getting a kill goes at least. But there we go. That's
Cyclops
nice.
1 is breaking off. He could have broken off any time if he was by himself. Spare
There we
15.
go.
All UAVs in the vicinity confirmed destroyed.
Nice teamwork. Thanks. Who is that? Tell him I'm grateful.
Copy that, Cyclops 1. Spare squadron. Mission is complete. Return to base. Wait a minute. Hold it.
Oh, give me a break. You have more chores for us?
Spare 8, champ. Bogey approaching fast from the rear. All available units support Spare 8.
I don't need any support. This is all mine. Damn it. He's glued to my tail. Still not firing. I ain't afraid of it. Spare 8, no dogfighting. Negative. I'm not letting this slide. Woohoo!
You could have done Squadron aircraft provide support for Cyclops and Strider. Keep the Bandit off of them.
Negative. That's not possible.
Get in there with that monster, Spare 15. We're gonna lose more friendlies.
Okay. Fuck you. You got like a...
Last some 444's craft flying out of bounds.
I just sent back the damaged craft. We only need guys we can use. Spare 15, Spare 11, from an element to take up the rear.
Forget it.
Trigger's taking the beast head on. You two deal with support.
So this is where Tabloid bows out. Shit. Roger that. Will do.
Soul 2, Soul 3. They've got 2 rear guard. The better one's mine.
Copy that, King.
Don't call me that.
Hostile has a lock.
There we go, maybe.
Trigger just crashed.
Oh boy. Okay, that wasn't very smart of me. I'll happily admit
Shut
that.
down Champ. He was toying with him. Spare 10 lost. Another one. One recon aircraft lost.
Okay.
This guy. That's
So if you die, like you're during after a checkpoint, it will reload your ammo.
Get in there with that monster, Spare 15. We're gonna lose more friendlies.
Last some 444's craft flying out of bounds.
Those damn cowards bailing on us?
I just sent back the damaged craft. We only need guys we can use. Spare 15, Spare 11, from an element to take up the rear.
Forget it.
Trigger's taking the beast head on. You two deal with support.
So this is where Tabloid bows out. Shit.
Okay.
Roger that. Will do.
Soul 2, Soul 3. They've got 2 rear guard. The better one's
I
mine.
mean, I got some hits in.
Don't call me that.
Spare 15, Fox 2. Nice. Bandit hit. Spare 15, got him.
Okay, shit.
Soul 1, please respond. What's your status? My status? Well, I'm feeling excited.
Go get him.
Wiseman, you see that color? He's flying like anything like
It's Mr. X for sure.
pilot of the experimental squadron's X-plane.
Bandits in the clouds. Chase him down. You've got this.
Wiseman, we don't want to mess with this guy. It's clear by the way he flies. Way out of my league.
Exactly the thing we didn't do right. Jaeger, if it comes down to it, we'll act as a shield. Just get my guys out of here.
Understood.
Soul 2, this is Soul 1.
Soul 2 here. What's up?
Missile did not connect. That wasn't the plan.
Okay, all out of
You're telling me there's only 2 craft
QA
taking on
ammo.
each guy?
No. Just one's taking them on.
No way. I wouldn't last a minute.
The enemy's in the clouds. Follow them, Spare 15. Do something or the entire recon squadron could go down.
Oh, shit.
Persian, do not engage. If it gets close, just run.
Copy that. Was gonna do that anyway.
Oh, goodbye.
Spare 15 is down.
Okay, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, shot down Champ. He was toying with him.
Spare 10 lost. Another one. One recon aircraft lost. What's with this guy? That's an Su-30. All spare squadron aircraft provide
Okay,
support
let's
for
go up
Cyclops and
to
Strider.
buddies
Keep
first,
the
I
bandit
know.
off of them.
Negative. That's not possible.
Get in there with that monster, Spare 15. We're gonna lose more friendlies.
Last some 444's craft flying out of bounds.
Those damn cowards bailing on us?
I just sent back the damaged craft. We only need guys we can use. Spare 15, Spare 11, from an element to take up the rear. Get it. Trigger's taking the beast head on. You two deal with support.
So this is where Tabloid bows out. Shit. Roger that. Will do.
Soul 2, Soul 3. They've got 2 rear guard. The better one's mine.
Copy that, King.
Don't call me that.
probably shouldn't get too distracted here, but you know, sort of seems fine.
Trigger, kill the bastard that shot down Champ. I'm not good enough.
Ah, okay, fine. I guess let's go after the main big bad guy.
You're in the clouds.
Come on. Yeah, it's not a hit. How the fuck wasn't that a hit? Okay.
Bandit hit. Spare 15 got him.
Got one hit.
Someone, please respond. What's your status?
Two hits.
Go get him.
Fuck.
This is Soul 1. Soul 2 here. What's up? Guess we did not connect. That wasn't the plan. Bandits in the clouds. Chase them down. You've got this.
Okay. He's heading towards the friendlies.
He's flying. It's Mr. X for sure. The pilot of the experimental squadron's expertise. Someone moving to assist. Your job's an awful line. He dodged again. Interesting. 3 white lines. Do they signify something? He dodged again. Interesting. 3 white lines. Do they signify something? The enemy's in the clouds. Follow them, Spare 15.
Oh fuck.
Do something or the entire recon squadron could go down.
Wiseman, we don't want to mess with this guy. It's clear by the way he flies. Way out of my league.
Exactly the man we didn't want to run into. Jaeger, if it comes down to it, we'll act as a shield. Just get my guys out of here. Understood. Someone, this is Su-2. My status is fine. Do not interfere. Someone, clouds are moving in. Let's return to base.
Yeah, that's... Aww. That's right, you better run.
Bandit is retreating. He managed to survive somehow. Trigger, kindness gets you killed. Hey, guard dog. Who's the guy who worked his ass off at the rear? The biggest dumbass in the unit. Makes sense. Only an idiot would be brave enough to pull off those moves. I'll guide you
That's
back
right.
to Air Force Base 444.
That's me. The biggest idiot is.
Appreciate the help. Will I be at the base? I wouldn't get involved if I were you.
But yeah, we made it. Somehow.
Runway is clear. You have permission to land. You made it this far. Don't screw up now.
Well.
Too fast. Lower your
Oh.
airspeed.
Right. We probably should head for the actual runway, not the fake one.
Lower your nose. You're too high. Abort landing. Emergency. Spare 15 has crashed.
Okay. I can explain.
Runway is clear. You have permission to land.
Let's just try that one again.
The crew said the enemy had one mean son of a bitch flying for him. Our team had a few Air Force hot dogs, real experienced pilots. But this guy swooped in like a hawk,
Are
locked
you
on and
sure,
took him out in the blink of an eye.
If
Reminds
you
me of
wanna
something Gramps
like
told me
go
once.
with hot dogs as
He
the
said a little while before he retired from active duty, he saw an enemy fighter wipe out an entire formation right in front of him.
it's like
It
the
was
nickname
seeing
there.
how a shark works when it's going after its dinner. This enemy pilot stalked Gramps' pals from below, just like how a shark would. Then one by one, he put the bite on them. Sounds like what happened to our guys today. Kinda surprised so many made it back alive. I bet when they saw what was going on, they broke formation and left their buddies to the shark. Hang on. There's 3 extra planes here. They're foreigners too.
Spare squadron, this mission needs to be quick.
Okay, let's see how we did.
You returned without permission and failed as escorts. So how about you rethink your value while in solitary? Take them away. Well, well, what do you know? Pilots made it back to base alive. Treat them well and feed them plenty. After all, we have to get a favorable report out of them. I've spent enough of my time being the commander of some worthless penal unit.
Okay. Well, and we'll call it quits here. And catch you guys next time. On Ace Combat 7. Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I certainly did. This game, just like I remembered it, is a lot of fun. And hopefully we'll have even more fun on Sunday. Catch you guys then. Bye.